back. Me and the green guy. It's game week, baby. That and more. That's right. On the Chicago Clubhouse podcast. Hey, Commish. Hit it.
You are now rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse podcast, where they think they know everything, but honestly, they don't know shit.
Watch these summer league games and they tell you about these new up and coming coaches.
I think we should get rid of every motherfucking owner in Chicago.
Enzo and Caruso, both when they are on the court, are like your defensive generals.
But they need to get that strong safety who's not scared to hit somebody.
They really don't know shit.
Thank you, everyone, for rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse podcast. I'm your host for tonight. Foul Mouth C, got my boy Grogu here. We got a little lineup for you. Of course, we'll have our usuals. T. Nicky's not here tonight, unfortunately. I don't know what he's doing. We never know what he's doing. But it's game week. Finally, football is back in full effect. I can't wait. We had a great preseason, even though we know preseason really doesn't count. But it was still great to see, the Bears, and they showed a lot of depth. Was really liking the secondary. Defense looked good. Offense, looked pretty good as well. So, this I think they outscored their opponents by like 69 points or something like that, the most they've done since 1994, which was the last time they went to like a divisional round or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, they went undefeated in the preseason, 4-0. Excited. Eberflus got the new cut. We're on Hard Knocks, which airs tonight. Make sure that you guys check that out. Of course, after you watch us, make sure that you check it out on HBO. I think this is the last episode for Hard Knocks. So finally get to see, I guess, the cuts and everything else or whatever else they got on there. But it is game week. We got the Tennessee Titans. Caleb Williams' first start. Don't matter if you're a Justin Fields lover or a Caleb Fields hater. Hey, at the end of the day, we're all Bears fans. We're here to represent the team. We love the team. It's all about Chicago and the Chicago Bears. So I'm looking so forward to this. Been waiting quite a while to see if a lot of the pundits are, if their predictions are true. Are we going to be a playoff team? Are we not? Are we going to win 10 games or more? Are we going to win 9, 8, 7? Some people got us at 6. Will we be last in the division? Will we be third? That's what most people say. We're going to be third. Will we be second? Will we win the North? I mean, you got guys like Nick Wright that say we're going to the Super Bowl. Can that be true? Will Caleb throw for 4,000? Will he throw for 30 TDs? Will he have double-digit interceptions? Will he actually lead the Bears? We're going to find all that out this season. I can't wait, and it starts Sunday. So, now that I got that little monologue out the way, without further ado, let's go ahead and bring in the Gene team, okay? So first up is my man to know all the stats from the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s, my man JB.
My brother from another, what's going on?
What's going on, brother? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling pretty good, man. I'm kind of anxious. I usually don't
fall into that word, used to that word, but I'm feeling kind of anxious, not because I'm nervous about anything, because I just can't wait for Sunday to get here. And I'm excited. I'm cautiously optimistic. But then, you know, I looked at some of the pundits and they're all over the place. I looked at some of the analytics scores think that our defense was going to take a step back. Some of the games that were, you know, once they dug a little deeper, when people finally got down to their 53, some of the games that some of our fans thought that were surefire wins, now the odds are kind of like evening out. So it should make for some good banter, some good football, man. My thing is, as always, just win. Like at this point, I don't even care how you do it, just win. Because we haven't had any true like fandom here in Chicago for any of our local sports this season. Bears all we got.
Yeah, it's been sort of like a downplay.
It's been very down.
Yeah.
Very.
So by saying that, we also going to bring in our next dream team member. His name is Frank, but he is the Tank. Let's go ahead and bring him in, Frank the Tank.
What's up, guys? Don't mind my darkness. Lights went out. Out of bulbs. Starting that GoFundMe for some light bulbs.
We definitely gonna start
some expensive light bulbs for sure.
Home Depot delivers, don't they?
Oh, I wish. And this late? I don't know about this late, but
want to give a shout out to everybody checking in on the chat. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Chicago Clubhouse podcast. Thank you for rocking with us. Remember to like and to subscribe to the Chicago Clubhouse podcast. Got our boy Grogu here. We also have a special guest, and we're gonna go ahead and bring her on. Miss Kailin Sharkey.
Hey, Jay Grizz.
What's up, guys?
Hey, how you doing?
Welcome back, Kaitlin.
Good to see you guys. Are you excited?
If I'm not mistaken, we had you on our main intro too, didn't you?
I saw that.
Yep.
I was so excited to see that. I was like, wow, that was a few years ago. I need to do this more often. I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's understandable.
We appreciate your time. We appreciate your time, and we appreciate you classing the joint up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate
it.
Yeah.
Coming to you from the studio, actually from the WGN studios ahead of our 10:30 show tonight. So
yeah, it's good to put some beauty on this place. Yeah, good to add the beauty to this place. You know, we all unshaven and ugly looking. You know, we got a green guy here and everything. So
we just had a holiday yesterday. None of us shaved.
Yeah, exactly.
Bear down.
Yeah, bear down. Bear down. Somebody said that lady. Hey. So, what are your predictions for the Chicago Bears this year? After seeing what you've seen preseason and whatnot, all the things that went on through the offseason, what are your predictions for the Bears this year?
I certainly believe they will take a step forward. I, too, am cautiously optimistic, not because I don't think they have the talent or the capability, only because, and it's not a cautious optimism like they're not going to be as good as everyone thinks. My cautious optimism is everyone remembering that Caleb Williams is going to be a rookie in the NFL. And he looks fantastic. He looks ready. He's talented. He is different. He has that it factor. I'm not taking any of that away. He has the weapons around him, like an incredible defense. If he leans on the defense, if he leans on the run game as they kind of get momentum to start the season, they have a very favorable start to this schedule. They should be rolling if things are clicking as well as they should be. They don't have to deal with the division until week 11, way later on into the season. So my expectations are high. I have like 9 wins right now. And I know that's maybe not as high as some people would say, but
I got 10. I'm right there with you.
Yeah. I mean, I think that second half of the season, they're going to be battle tested when they have to do Packers, Lions, Vikings, and then Niners in there and then repeat it all. And I think that'll become a little bit of a true test for this team. But Caleb Williams they've rehauled this roster. They've done everything they needed to. Ryan Poles has made it such a favorable position for Caleb to walk into, and Caleb's been ready. He was ready when I was talking to him down at the draft in Detroit. He was ready to go. So my expectations are high, and I feel like this defense is going to be – the defense will win them some games this year for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we always, all of us said too, it's so nice to have a somewhat easy schedule to start off the year, but I am cautiously optimistic. I love that word. I love when people say that about week 2 when you're going up against the Texans too, and you're going up against a Hunter and you're going up against a Will Anderson. Like that's you got a somewhat easy start off to the season, and then bam, you're getting thrown in right there. So that's a little bit of a scare for me. What's your take? You think Caleb's going to be ready for a week 2 versus that defensive front?
I mean, it's Ryan Poles said this is the best offensive line depth he's had, and I certainly hope he's correct, because that's going to be Caleb's capable, right? He knows the playbook. He doesn't get nervous. He'll be ready for that environment. It's a matter of how his protection is, how he responds, because like you said, that's no joke. That front is no joke down in Houston. They are stacked with talent. It'll be nice that they don't have to open the season. They can ease in with the Titans.
True.
Not to sleep on the Titans by all means, but on paper, the Bears are certainly a more talented team. But that will be a true welcome to the NFL, prime time on the road against a really talented Texans.
That is Sunday night too, isn't it? It's a Sunday night.
It surely is.
Yeah.
I will be there.
I didn't think about that. Dang.
Now, Kaitlin, before we jump into our long predictions, I want to focus something, a real deep dive into this very first game before we even get into our roster, because I think sometimes we look at ourselves and say how much better we have gotten, but we don't look at some of the teams that we're facing, not realizing how much better they've gotten. And those Tennessee Titans, they've gotten a lot better, especially on that back end, getting L'Jarius Sneed, Jamal Adams if he plays, Quandre Diggs is back there now, and that's just the secondary. That's not talking about Levante Sweat. Like, they got some pieces to be reckoned with on the defense. I haven't even gotten to the offense because they have a 3-head juggernaut too at receiver with Ridley and D-Hop and Tyler Boyd, who came from Cincinnati, Tony Pollard, who was known for giving the Bears problems. What do you think? Do you think this is just like a book it in the win column game for the Titans?
Absolutely. I mean, I think this is going to be one of those games that's harder to predict because, again, we've been speculating for how long? I mean, the second we knew the Bears were going to have the number 1 overall pick, people were making their season predictions, which I understand because that's excitement and that's anticipation. But this will be a test to how prepared Matt Eberflus has his team for a season opener, because we all remember what happened last year. Different team. But the thing that sticks out in my mind, last year it seemed like you put players aside, roster aside, they weren't mentally prepared. They just seemed the operation was bad. This year for me, when you go into week 1, it doesn't matter if you have the most talented roster, or if the Titans are more talented or the Bears are more talented. Who is prepared from game operation, from situational football, discipline, lack of penalties, all of those things? When you're in week 1, those have to be the most important things, because the playmakers that you were naming, JB, they're going to get theirs, right? Same with the Bears. The Bears defense is so good. They're going to get their plays. They're going to make their plays. They're coming in with all this momentum and chemistry. Offensively, we may not see that immediately, but it's how the Bears respond, how Caleb Williams manages the game that he needs to, the red zone, 2-minute, things like that. That, to me, is a true measuring stick of what a coaching staff is doing and how a head coach prepares its team, because last year they just weren't prepared. Whether you say like, well, they didn't have Caleb Williams, it doesn't matter. If Caleb Williams comes in and he's not prepared and the offense isn't prepared, it doesn't matter how talented he is. And I think that's going to be the true test in week 1 for the Bears.
Yeah, that's nicely. We always said that too. I mean, yeah, he did grow a beard out this year, so we're hoping that's going to pay out for him. But decision makings was really bad last year. We lost a lot of games. A lot of people would blame Justin Fields. Myself, I blamed a lot of decision making, play calling decisions. Like when it comes down to that, coaching is going to be either the win or the loss of this team this year, because we do have the talent.
So tell me, let's say that you're the head coach of the Chicago Bears. What would you prefer? Would you prefer Caleb come out and, get in about 30, 35 pass attempts, or would you like for him to start the season and be a game manager, rely on the running game.
Opening day, first ever game in the NFL.
I think any good rookie, if you're a head coach, and I think Matt Eberflus is adjusting to have to be more hands-on as an offensive coach because he's a defensive guy, right? He knows how to game plan against quarterbacks. I think he's learning now, when you have the number 1 overall pick, how to develop a young quarterback. And we've seen that in Hard Knocks and things with Nick Saban. For me, you would want your rookie quarterback to lean on the run game, to lean on his linemen, to lean on his defense. We all know you got an arm. That doesn't mean you got to go out there and, throw bombs 50 yards down the field because you're excited to connect with Rome Odunze. You have your whole career to do that, hopefully all in Chicago. I think this run game is going to be vital for this offense to get their flow. And I think one of the guys we haven't really talked about a lot, at least I feel like we haven't talked about enough, is DeAndre Swift. They bring him in. He had a Pro Bowl season last year. He had 229 carries, a multi-use back. He knows what he's doing. He's experienced. And that's not even discrediting Khalil Herbert or Roschon Johnson. But if I'm Caleb Williams and I'm Matt Eberflus, I'm like, Swift's your guy. You think of that connection that they had in the second preseason game? Yeah. Those types of plays where, everything's not going perfectly, Swift is your guy. Lean on your O-line, lean on your run game, and we'll get all the flash plays. Don't worry. And I understand we don't want to see we all have like the PTSD of the play call from the screen.
Hey, you saw what just flashed across the screen, right?
I definitely don't want to see that. I am not calling for that, everyone. Please. But I think early on, while he's getting his feet under him and just getting used to the flow and the speed of, the NFL game, use DeAndre Swift. He's a very valuable tool in the toolbox.
Yeah, that play that he made, I know that was really the only thing Swift did. I don't think he played that much because they were just like, dude, you're fine, dude. Yeah. You're good for opening day. Don't even play in the preseason. I don't care. You're good. But it was just that situation of he knew the pressure was breaking down. He knew to turn towards the quarterback to make sure that he was going to get the ball. And that was something somebody like Khalil Herbert just did not do last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think, I'm also, to see Shane Waldron, to see what Shane Waldron comes up with. Does he get a little trigger happy? All right, let me just tell him to throw it again. Because like you said, you have all these weapons, you got DJ Keenan Allen lining up and you're like, we could have some fun with this. But I think also understanding where they're at week 1, don't try to get too cute too soon. And I think Shane understands that when you're developing a young quarterback.
Definitely.
I like that. And I'm glad that you brought that up because there's been some controversy in the running back room as to why the Bears are actually carrying, I'm going to say 3.5 because Velvet Jones is
there was a comment on there. How many times are we going to see Velvet play this?
Right. And that's where I was going with that because now I think our two-headed monster, this is just me, Kaitlin. I think our two-headed monster has to be a combination of power and speed with Swift and Johnson. Mm-hmm. To me, Herbert could be maybe third downish, but I really don't trust him in the passing game that much. He really should be a trade option. But what I don't want to see is them forced to kind of insert Velvet Jones, and next thing you know, it's like playing Madden, a certain player enters the game, it's a gadget, because then you fall into that fray of being predictable, right? So I didn't want to say, what do you feel about Velvet Jones?
Kaitlin, just a heads up too, we call him Velvet on here in case you didn't notice.
I did notice.
Okay, because I know Crooked Commish has been, you should have been ready for
I'm Velvet Jones.
Thank you. There it is. That's why we want to get a jersey saying Velvet Jones.
That's me. That's all my fault. Sorry.
From a Velvet Velus Jones standpoint, the best thing he started doing was working with the running back group. Credit to the coaches because they really want desperately to keep him on that team. And I don't always understand it, but okay, fine. He's fast. He's so fast. And I think it's clear to see that at practice. I will say last week in the final practices before they went on their Labor Day break, Velus was doing individual drills with the receivers. And then he would start practice with the receivers running routes. And then he would go over and work with the running back group. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. Well, I'll be up at practice tomorrow. So I'm intrigued to see what group now they only let us see 10 minutes of practice, but what group of that he works with, because again, I know that his speed is important from a running back position, but when you got DeAndre, it was great in the preseason. It was great in the preseason. It was great for Hard Knocks. It's great for special teams, like all that, that skill set that he's developing for sure. But like, you look at the rest of the running back group and you're like, why would we try to force Velus Jones into this? And obviously he doesn't really have a fit right now in the receiver room either. So I wouldn't expect, maybe in a few packages they have him, but I mean, you have DeAndre Swift. Like, what do you need?
Like,
I think they're really trying.
Right?
The fact that you just told me he's at receivers again now too is like they are really trying to turn him into a lame man's version of a Deebo Samuel right now, because
I feel like that.
Such
I mean, back when I used to cover the Packers, I think Ty Montgomery did that, if that's a name you guys remember. And I'm like, that experiment did not end well for Ty Montgomery. No. So I don't know.
I truly feel, though, the biggest reason why Velus is still on this roster, because I think he can shine on that new kickoff role.
For sure.
I think that's a big thing that's gonna happen for him. So hopefully he doesn't muff the kickoff.
He's listed on the official depth chart as a receiver right now. So
and I'm glad you brought that up. See, we here. Because my bad, foul. It's just that just baffles me, because now you got rid of Collins, who we all here thought we should have kept, the 6'6" go get it kid.
Yeah.
But then we got DeAndre Carter. Yeah. Like what DeAndre Carter, Tyler Scott, even, like they're almost like the same players.
Yep.
But the big go get it kid, we let him go? Like, why?
We got some pretty big kids though, man. Like,
but if you have DeAndre Carter, Tyler Scott, and Velus Jones, to me, that's like the same type of player.
Yes.
But if you got a 6'6" kid that you can just throw an alley-oop to in the red zone, hell, we had problems scoring in the red zone the last 5 years. Yeah. Because remember, Mitch couldn't really score in the red zone before Mitch we even got to Justin.
That's why you throw Cole Kmet, Mercedes Lewis, Gerald Everett out there. There you go.
My guy, Big Stiffy, they call him up there.
Go big or go home, right?
Yeah.
So I know we got you for a couple more minutes. I wanted to ask you. Now you said you did cover the Packers, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm just wondering, what's like the difference between the Packers organization and the Bears? Because it seems like with the Bears, everything is so like hush secret. Mm-hmm. Oh, we don't want, like on Hard Knocks, we don't want you. I heard there's a rumor that they don't want them swearing on Hard Knocks.
Yeah,
because I know if I was on there, I couldn't be on there. I'd be goddamn. I just can't do it. They would totally edit my ass up out of there because I'll be cursing every 5 minutes.
Beep,
but
beep.
It just seems like that, like with the Chicago Bears, everything has to be so secretive. Everything, every little thing, like we're the government or something.
Yeah. The Packers, I will say, they are anti-Hard Knocks. They do not want Hard Knocks up there. They've been fighting against it for years. They're also very protective, and the difference to me is like, okay, well, the Packers have had reasons to keep things close to the chest. The Bears, on the other hand, you're like, I mean, not this season, not even the last couple, but like my first season, 2020. I mean, I covered the Packers for 7 years, and then I came here to Chicago, and it was like a night and day difference. But now I see it's moving in the right direction. And I think that's the part that, like, I'm like, oh, this feels more like a functional organization, young talent, things are going the right way, there's a good culture. Because from 2020, even 2021 to now, I mean, I walk in that building, I'm like, it's so different. And I'm not even talking like players and, what talent they have on the team. I'm talking like culture and function, and Ryan Poles and Ian Cunningham, and from the top down, putting it all together. So they're very different organizations. But I can see the youth movement is it's working well for the Bears. It worked well for the Packers. They've had the same plan in place since Lombardi. So I don't know. I just think the Bears.
I remember when we used to beat them like it was nobody's business.
That was a while back, man. I was a little baby.
So are they more friendlier like with the as far as their access, like the media's access to the team, like with their practices, or is it just both organizations are the same with that?
Yeah,
or is that just a
it's pretty similar. Yeah, it's pretty similar that way. The Packers are such a small city and a small media beat because I mean there's just not that many people that come, but the whole state covers the team. So they like to keep it. They don't like the pundits coming in. They don't like the national people that just show up to say, you know, hey, well, let me go in the locker room and see what I can get. Like that's not what the Packers are. So they're very protective that way. The Bears, obviously, it's a lot bigger. It's a lot bigger market. So you're going to get more of that. But the rules are the rules. And there's a lot of them when you're covering an NFL.
Understandable on that for sure.
Yeah, we
honor
didn't know
when you go up there.
Yeah.
So I want to go in the comments really quick too, because we got a lot of people talking about.
Make sure she said hi to Mama Gordon, because
Mama Gordon, Kyler Gordon's mom's on with us today.
Oh, hi, amazing!
But like a lot of people are asking, is this the year Cole Kmet makes the Pro Bowl? Like a lot of people are expecting big things from him this year. This year, honestly, for me, I don't see it because we got way too many damn weapons.
I mean, Cole has really come into his own, and if there was a Pro Bowl for tight ends that do all the dirty work that we don't often see, it's Cole Kmet. So unfortunately, there's a lot flashier tight ends that usually make it in the NFL, and not saying that Cole isn't a great NFL tight end, but it's going to be hard because there are a lot of mouths to feed on this team. And Caleb Williams, I mean, if he's throwing for 4,000 yards, then that definitely helps Cole Kmet's chances. But I don't see it this year.
Too many weapons for sure.
Well,
especially if you don't know how that offensive line too, because he might be blocking a lot too. Who knows?
Now, before you go, does he throw for 4,000 this year?
I can't. That would be insane. His rookie year. I mean, I hope I'm back here at the end of the season with you guys, and I'm like, well, maybe I should have believed a little bit more. I say no. It comes a little short of that, but just because it's going to take a little. And the second half of that season, I feel like it's going to be a gauntlet. And Cole Kmet was telling us last week about the rookie wall that you hit. And I'm not saying that he's going to, fall off or but it's a real thing. You go through the first 17-week season of your life and it's a little different. So I don't know. I think he'll be much better than they've had in the past. Let's just say.
It's just unfortunate that CJ Stroud did this to us.
Yeah.
Here's what scares me though. And Kaitlin, if you have to go, I'll leave you with this food for thought. Geno Smith under Waldron's system averaged 500, I think it was 530 something pass attempts the last two seasons. He gonna throw that ball.
Yes, he is, and I'm ready. I'm ready to see it because I think, and I am a Justin Fields fan. But I'm ready to see the ball being thrown and not a screen pass on third and long.
God,
this way, not that way.
Please. If they win 3 games without a screen pass, I'll be happy.
Yes.
And you knocked it on the head when you said they went out and got Swift for a reason too. Swift is a phenomenal all-purpose back. He's not just the guy you're going to hand the ball off to 20 times a game.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
I just want somewhat of a balance. I don't want 45. I don't want Matt Ryan. Would you say it like that? I don't want Matt Ryan.
Right. You don't want that either. We'll see a little bit of everything from Caleb, I think. We'll see a little bit of everything.
Right. Well, we'd like to thank you for coming on.
Yes, and please
definitely going to get you back on during the season. If you're free during the season.
Absolutely, guys. Appreciate you having me come on, and I look forward to experiencing the season with all of you because I'm just, as a football fan in general, I'm just excited. And I'm tired of speculating. I'm excited to see what the heck happens here.
Absolutely.
It is the most exciting Bears fans have been for a very long time.
Yeah, very cool. Really Thanks, guys.
All right, take care. Have a good one.
All right. That was Kailin Sharkey, WGN News.
And we do apologize. We wish we could have had her longer, guys, but she does have another show that she's got to do, a real show.
That's right. I know the fellas wanted her to stay a little bit.
She was nice enough to stay on with us for a while.
Yeah.
The money maker.
Yep.
Yeah. I do want to go in the chat, fellas, if we could scroll up a little bit. So Jay Grizz had brought up a good point. And I know, Fal, you had brought this up like 2 weeks ago, I want to say. at 825, everyone wants to talk about offense and defense, but I feel many are low-key downplaying the importance of our special teams, especially the kicker and punter. Jay Grizz, you are 1,000% correct. I was hoping that we would get into that when we go through our depth chart, because the punter himself is a weapon. Cairo Santo himself is a weapon. I just hope that, because now here's the thing, I'm not saying this to be, play devil's advocate, but the way that we hope that Velvet Jones does well with the new kicking rule, I think they got other teams that are putting their super speedsters back there in that position, as opposed to just like your regular punt return or kickoff return guy. And you're absolutely right. With Jeremiah Owens and Elijah Hicks and those guys as gunners on the special teams, I expect good things from our special teams. I think we should be at least top 10 in the league, maybe top 5.
Yeah, I think with these new kickoff rules, it is more so geared towards a guy like that's returning the kicks, that's sort of like in a running back type mode, someone that has probably a little wiggle to him that can break some tackles, because, man, it seems like they own your ass. Like the minute you kick it off, it's like instant tackles. Like nobody's returned.
Do you like the rule?
I don't like the rule. I think it's whack as hell.
Because it's weird, right? It's like video game-ish or something.
I'm trying to get used to it, but I don't think I can fully get used to it. It's just too fucking weird just looking at them, waiting until someone gets the ball, and then everybody trying to go tackling them, and like you're seeing, really no one's like really even getting close to a kickoff return at all. Like I think I may have
It's almost like they don't want a kickoff return.
Yeah,
right, it's almost like they don't.
But they want more action for it. They talk about, the reason why we implement this because we want more action. We weren't getting too many. Well, go back to the old fucking rules. Don't sit up there and move it up where they're kicking it all the way out of bounds.
If you're a head coach and I'm your kick returner and I keep getting the ball kicked into the end zone, I better not bring it out when I can get the ball at the 30. What am I bringing out the end zone for? So I can possibly get to the 17 or the 22 when I just take the kickoff in the end zone, and I'm already guaranteed to be at the 30. That's why I said I don't think
what is it now? Rule. What is it now? Like, what you get the ball at now? Like when you kick it off and it goes in the end zone, what you at the?
You get it at the 30 automatically.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm talking about. I used to love it when you kick it and the ball goes to the 20. Like, give me longer fields so I can sit up there and see some play. Not because the NFL is. The rules right now is so pass happy. The NFL is so pass happy. You can get down at the other end of the field just like that. I mean, shit, you getting the ball at the 35, shit. You complete a fucking 15-yarder or 20-yarder, shit. You on the opposite side of the 50 now. So it's nothing. Give me the
two
long
plays.
fields.
You're on the opposite side of the 50.
Yeah, give me the long fields. Don't give me this short shit now. I don't need to see fucking scoring going up. Shit, it's going up enough. You already set it up for this elaborate ass passing anyway. DBs can't put their hands on receivers.
You can't
all
hit.
this other shit. You hit a quarterback, you land on his ass. That's a 15-yarder. Everything is predicated towards offense. Quit trying to sit up there and have these fucking astronomical scoring games. Move the shit back to where it was. It wasn't broken when y'all first set up there and did it. The way it was back in the past, it wasn't broken. Keep it like that.
Here's my question, and I know a lot of analytics come into play with a lot, because sometimes when we look at health and then we see movies like concussion and stuff like that, and we say, okay, yes, we know football is a violent sport. It's like car collisions. We all signed up to watch it, and those that were fortunate enough to play signed up to play it. But then when you dig a little deeper and you find out girls' high school soccer has the most concussions of any sport, and you sit up there and be like, well, wait a minute, football may not be that bad then. At least they've got helmets and gear on. So what are we really protecting? Because in the essence of football, I think you would hurt yourself more trying not to hit somebody than hitting somebody.
Yeah, I mean, they're putting in so many different rules of how you can tackle this person, how you can hit this person. You can't lead this way with your helmet. And I get it. I totally understand. Safety is first. But this is the thing, like you said, it's a collision sport. Anytime you play any sport, injuries are gonna happen. It don't matter. You can fucking play tennis and you fuck around and you can hurt your damn hamstring. You can pull your hamstring. Shit. How many times did Tiger Woods sit up there and hit a damn golf ball and fuck up his knee, his back?
Yes.
You know, it's sports. Injuries are going to happen. You know, so quit trying to sit up there and wrap these guys up in bubble wrap. The problem is lawsuits on brain injury liability is off the charts. I get that.
Oh, so then it's not a safety thing then. Thank you, Lorenzo, for that. It's a money thing.
Yeah.
Now,
well, shit. Well, I mean, the thing is this. You sit up there, you changed the kickoff rule because you said you wanted more action on the kickoff rule. You wanted more action because you got tired of them booting the ball out in the motherfucking out of bounds, you know what I'm saying, past the end zone. And they getting the ball, what, at 35-yard line, 30-yard, where the hell they was getting that 25-yard line. I don't know where they getting it. You wanted more action. So take it back to what it was.
Take it back to what it was.
Yeah, take it back to what it was. They kicked the ball out.
You get it at the
back, 20-yard line.
Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving.
Sometimes
you don't need to reinvent the wheel. And this
no, you don't. Things. Especially if the fucking wheel ain't broken.
If not broke, this one's not broken. This was not broken. And I just think, and it's weird to me too, Foul, because they didn't change the punt rule, which at least in the kickoff, I got some people blocking me for a longer time. Hell, punt is me versus everybody.
How many times have you seen somebody, when it comes down to punting or kickoff, in a punt return, motherfucker get their head blasted?
I see the punt in my years of watching football. I would rather be a kick returner than a punt.
I'd rather be a kickoff return than a punt return.
Exactly, because the punt returner is like me versus 12. No, I mean 10 other guys shooting down, and it's like,
yeah. Man. And if you don't make that correct judgment, well, you sitting up there thinking like, oh shit, okay, I got just enough time. You don't make the right call if you don't fair catch it. And you decide to sit up there and say, oh, yeah, I can catch it and maybe spin off of them or make one move and make you miss. Get your motherfucking
and they get on you a lot quicker. They come up on you a lot quicker in that punt than they do that kickoff.
A lot faster. They're a lot faster on that punt return.
Things that make you go,
They like a heat-seeking missile.
The issue of CTE and the Dave Durson situation has the lead gunshot. Lorenzo, I agree with you on that, but brother, I would like to see a little bit more of the player accounts, because we can sit up there and talk about the 1 or 2 or maybe even 4 times that something has happened. That doesn't mean it's a trend. You can say that most famously, I don't mean, if anybody's watching from his family, I don't mean to bring up any type of pain or sorrow, but like the Dave Durson situation, we all know what tragically happened. We can talk about the situation with Junior Seau. A lot of people can come up and say after the fact that an autopsy shows, okay, this is why he did ABC. True enough. But some people, like an Aaron Hernandez, some people just have other demons going on in their life and they just do shit. And we can't blame it all on football, or we can't blame it all on a certain hit that they took, or we can't blame it all on, this or that. Sometimes things just happen because things happen. And of the thousands and thousands and thousands of players that have played the game, although they may have been concussed, they didn't go to those extremes of those players. It didn't end up on that. So to say that a category of this much is what we're basing things on, to me, that's not fair. Not only to the players, right? But it's not fair to the people who actually go through and bring up the stats to make this person do this or that. Bring up the development of a helmet that gives you less concussions, or shoulder pads that make collisions, roll off a little bit. Now you're doing those people a disservice, because they are really putting us into the next century of state-of-the-art equipment. So if you're just going to stop letting people play the game the way it was developed to play, then why do we have all these advancements in equipment? Let them play. Let them play.
Yeah.
Exactly. Concussion is a concussion. Let them play.
Yeah. Because I know
they coming out in a car accident. Do you stop driving? No.
Yeah, I know they're coming out they've been doing some type of research, I guess, with with those new the new padded things that they got on the helmets now. Hell, I think they were even discussing about allowing these guys to even play with them, you know what I'm saying, during the season, during games now. So I mean, they're always trying to make advancements in technology and everything as far as when it comes down and player safety, when it comes down in the NFL, as far as making things safer for players to reduce as many concussions as possible for these players. Like I said, the kickoff rule, I don't like it. Just to sum it up, I don't like it. I wish they go back to what it used to be. If you want more action, take it back to what it used to be. I mean, simply put, let's be honest. You got, huh?
Isn't this only for this year?
I mean, shit, I think they can change it whenever. I think they even had a meeting to try to change it. Because, I mean, let's be honest. Remember back in the day, in the kickoffs, motherfuckers used to get crackback.
Right.
They got rid of the crackback, because guys was getting hit unexpectedly.
Where you lock the arms, you can't do that no more.
Yeah, so they got rid of the crackback where guys would sit up there, wouldn't see it coming, bow, knock his ass on out. They got rid of it. So you gotten rid of a lot of things that used to sit up there and give lead guys some concussions and severe injuries. You gotten rid of that. So take it back to what it used to be. Kickoff, touchback, 20-yard line, drive 80 yards, score a touchdown. I don't want to see this where a guy got to go 65 yards to score a touchdown.
Fair catch.
Hell, even go a good 30, and the quarterback is, I mean, the offense is right there now. They right there to score. The kick a field goal.
And
let
me bring up this with you. Let me bring up this with you too, Foul, because we like to call BS on this show a lot. They're worried about the kickoff rule in the interest of safety and money, right? Mm-hmm. But they're so worried about safety, they want to do away with another preseason game and add another regular season game, which is just another full-out collision, right?
Yeah.
But they so worried about safety.
They worried about safety, but y'all keep adding games, huh? You want to keep adding games, but you worried about safety.
Right.
Keep living. Fuck it. Let's keep adding games. We don't care about it. Yeah, we worried about safety. Keep adding games. Yeah. We don't care. Money keep coming in.
We're going to keep them safe.
Keep adding games.
We're going to keep them safe. But it is what it is on that. I wanted to go back. Somebody said something. Where was that out? Jay Grizz, that was okay. Jay Grizz, thank you for that. He was talking about the baseball players getting concussions. Hell, that 100-mile-an-hour fastball coming, you don't duck. Shoot, we done seen a lot happen with that. But I don't know how to feel about this next statement. Let's see, where is it at?
Exactly, Scott. Safety is priority number 2 behind money.
Money. Okay, here it is. John. I don't know who John is, but John says, as long as Flus can be Andy Reid or Matt LaFleur, Caleb's is the next Mahomes or Love. Yep, that's it. Mahomes.
That's a pretty damn.
That's lofty. That's very lofty.
That ain't gonna happen. So I'm guessing we'll never have it.
And 2, well, here's the most telling part, because he gave two scenarios, right? 50 and 5,000. It's Hall of Famers that's never done that. Like, that's not something that you just roll out of bed and do, right? Joe Montana, most famously, you all may or may not know this, never threw for 4,000 yards, ever. And Joe Montana,
the different era of football, though. Let's not forget that. The different era of football.
Hey, but still, you had people back then throwing for 4,000 yards. You did.
Not nearly as much as we do now, but you're correct.
Now, for the 4,000 yards and 37 touchdowns, I think that Caleb could have maybe close to 4 and maybe like 27, 28 touchdowns. I don't think he gets to the 30, because when that hawk come and that wintertime show up, I don't think those 28, 30 attempts is going to look real 11, 17-ish, 11 to 17, maybe 15 to 22. He ain't going to be throwing the ball 40 times and it's below 0 out there. He's throwing a Brock. I don't think that's going to happen.
I will tell you this, though, JB. He's going to have 30 touchdowns combined between running and passing. and he's going to have 4,000 yards combined between all-purpose yards.
I mean, I hope so. I mean, don't get me wrong. I hope so.
I see that.
Okay, but do you accept that?
I do. If we win, fuck, I just want to win.
But if that's the case, didn't Justin have 4,000 yards then?
Yes, you are correct, but we didn't win. Like the key thing is here, obviously, yes, wins, but I mean, I see where you're going with this, but I mean, yes, Justin did that stuff too, but I don't want 190, 175, 185 yard game passings. I don't want that stuff. Okay, and I don't think Waldron's going to allow
4,000 divided by 17.
I'm saying 3,600 passing yards and over
yards is my math, somewhere around that. So he needs like 230 and some change a game times 17 gives you 4,000, right?
Technically, yeah. Which that should be doable. It should be.
That's not asking a lot.
I want the low turnovers.
That's asking a rookie a lot.
Yeah. That when you're talking a rookie, I'm leaning more. I'm saying 3,600 passing yards and 500 rushing yards. That's where I'm seeing him finishing somewhat around there.
If he got 500 rushing yards, he's running too much.
Which you're off. You said it yourself, though. You don't have trust in this offensive line, so you are going to see him rushing every once in a while. You don't want it. Obviously, I'd love for him to freaking have 50 total all year and 5,000 passing yards. But I mean, with this offensive line, the more realistic, I mean, he's going to be running a little bit, and we saw it in the preseason, him moving and running a little bit as well.
Frank, that scares me.
It does, but I mean, I'm not sold on this offensive line either. So
I'll put it to you like this. I don't care if he runs, long as he's not sitting up there doing fucking RPOs and shit. Yes. You know, if he has to run and skate the pocket every now and then to get some yards and he picks up big yards, I don't care. Long as there's nothing where he has to, you know, he's more of a runner than he is a passer. That's all I care about. Long as he's more of a passer than he is runner.
I know that's what he wants to be.
And then also to address that.
I don't even want him reading RPOs at this point right now. Not as shaky as the middle of our defense. I mean, our offensive line is. I don't even play action is your best friend, and getting the ball on slants and curls and comebacks and outs is your best friend. Then you know he's gonna take shots because he's gonna get out the pocket.
Bears know how to run slants.
Well, he should. Okay, Sidney Brown. Hey, how you doing, brother? I just have one question for you. 28 points a game seems a little lofty considering we haven't done that consistently since when? I'll wait.
I mean, we had that 7-game rush with Justin Fields where he was, what, 31? Yeah, 7 games. It was a nice stretch. It was like 7 games. But when you're talking about a whole season, I can't even tell you if that's ever happened. Is that probably a Jay Cutler year? But I mean,
but we talking about something so long ago. Everything just fell into place, and we still didn't win. The furthest we got was the NFC Championship game, right? But if you look at and this is no knock on the Bears and hope versus hype, Sydney, but to average 28 points a game, you're talking about the elite of the elite of the elite. We're talking about not last year, but the year before Chiefs. You're talking about Tom Brady's Tampa Bay team. You're talking about the greatest show on turf. You're talking about that Minnesota team where it was Randall Cunningham to Randy Moss, then back to Dante Culpepper to Randy Moss. Like, you're talking about some really, really explosive teams to average that 28 to 30 point a game. It doesn't happen as much as people think. Damn. But if they did, I would say
2012 was the closest at 25 points per game.
And that
was Jay Cutler, Martellus Bennett, Brandon Marshall, and Alshon Jeffrey.
Alshon Jeffrey, yeah. That's still a lot of points, and people don't understand. The difference between 28 points and 25 points could be the difference in you being the 5th or 6th ranked defense offense to the 11th or 12th, right? We just need to be in the top half. Can we be on this side of the 16? Like,
yeah, we're never even in the top half.
Yeah,
especially without our defense looks.
Jeremy just put only 4 teams average 28 points or more last year. Only 4 teams, right?
That's Dallas, Miami. I think 4 or 5. Like, it don't happen. Yeah. It doesn't happen.
I think Miami Dolphins was one of them. I think.
Well, Dallas led the league in
Dallas, Miami.
Yeah.
He just put it up. Dallas, Miami, San Francisco, Baltimore.
Oh, San Fran. That was okay. I forgot. I knew. Oh, right, because Purdy. Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But see, again, the Lions, 27, like 28 is not like your low watermark. Like that is not easily obtained in this era of football. Now, if they do happen to have 28, hey, let's go.
Yeah. Well, one thing I want to caution Bears fans to also, temper your expectations as far as, when people start talking about what Mahomes did, what I'm saying, he threw 50 TDs and what Jordan Love did. You got to also remember Mahomes had been in that offense. You know what I'm saying? He said his first year, he learned the offense. Jordan Love was in that motherfucker for 3 years, and he played his fourth year. So, you're talking about guys that actually was in an offense and they at least had one off season, or at least one season, I should say, not off season, at least one season and an off season where they sit up there and they were able to study and know that playbook like the back of their hand. You're talking about a kid that shit. Hey, he came in, this the playbook right here. Now we're expecting you to come in and throw 30 plus goddamn TDs and, lead us to have 4,000 yards. That's going to be pretty tough. That's going to be a tough ask to have for a rookie quarterback, for any rookie quarterback. And hell, I think even CJ Stroud, he didn't throw for 4,000, right? But he did throw for 4,000. He threw for 4,000, but he didn't get the 30 touchdowns, right?
No, I don't think he got 30 touchdowns. He was like 20,
exactly. See what I'm saying? He got 1, but didn't get the other.
6 picks.
Yeah, there we go. He got 1, but didn't get the other. So, you got a lot of fans out here that think that he should go ahead and do both of them this season. Nah, that's gonna be a pretty tough ask.
I mean, it's gonna come down to how Shane Waldron and him are gonna go exist together. Rookie year, day one, see how they do. Because I mean, like how you said it, JB. I mean, what did Geno Smith throw? He threw for 4,200, 4,300.
Yeah, he had over 4,500 all-purpose yards himself. Not last year, but the year before, right?
Yeah,
because he had like 42 in the air and then like another 3 something on the ground.
Yeah,
but
I'd love to have that stuff, but that wasn't a rookie.
7-8 years.
Yeah, but that wasn't a rookie. People don't understand rookies. Like, I mean, Geno Smith's been in the league. He's seen a lot of shit. That helps when you're learning that type of stuff. Caleb Williams I love what I see so far, but we gotta give him some.
Yeah, we like what we see. But be careful now. You got some people out there that think because you ain't talking positive about
tramp stampers.
Hating on them. So tramp stampers. So yeah. So let's just be careful. But right now we're gonna pay a bill.
We don't see
and we'll get to a video. So let's go ahead and pay a bill. I was in the zone. I don't know if we paying another one. I don't know how we paying.
Congratulations. Thank you. Rock and roll.
And say, oh, my bad. Man on the line for your brother, bro. Hey, look beside each and every one right now.
So could they rise up and surprise people? Of course they could. Because 1 through 53, they're as good as any team in their division. They really are when you look at it.
The 7-10 Bears, with better quarterbacking, more talent, not the dead cat that have been weighing down the last 2 years, to be a 10 or 11 win team. Ooh. So I expect them to make the playoffs.
We have no rights to that shit. I'm just going to put that out there.
We're just fans, just like all you guys. We're fans.
Yeah, we're just fans.
But they used to call that plagiarism. Give credit. We are citing references.
Right, exactly. Works site is we have no rights to that shit.
Foul just went off. What happened, Foul? I think they just knocked you out. You don't have the rights for it. They just took you off. There you are.
Nah, man, the kids got their damn friends calling in on the iPad.
Oh yeah,
that shit go, man. Anyway,
hey, I just wanted to bring something. I just want to bring something else up for those that, again, being cautiously optimistic and, like you said, Val, temper expectations. Do they realize who they are really comparing? And if Caleb becomes the next guy, granted, love it.
Thank God.
Do they realize that this dude has already thrown for damn near 30,000 yards and over 200-some touchdowns in like 7 years?
Yeah, I was going to say, what is he, 27? 27 years old, 28 years old or something like that?
I think he's 28, right? But
something
like, dude, because remember, he didn't start his first year. So in like 6-7 years, dude has almost thrown for 30,000 yards and over 200 touchdowns. Like, nobody does that.
No.
And he's had some bad years, but he's had his bad year is 27. That's a Bears great year.
One of their greatest. That would be their greatest year.
27 touchdowns are like second all time. Like, please temper expectations when you're talking about that dude, because he is something like we've never seen before. And it's like kind of talking like about Jordan. Like, you don't see Jordan just walking down the street, Everybody in the gym ain't doing what Mike did. So please, 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 let's not put that type of pressure on Caleb. If he shows he can get there, cool, great.
I will say this, JB, and I give him a lot of respect for it. When people ask Caleb that, Caleb just be like, I don't listen to that stuff. I don't want people telling me that I'm the next Patrick Mahomes, or I remind them of Patrick Mahomes. I'm Caleb Williams. And I'm going to go show out what I got. So kudos to him, like not going in with that Patrick Mahomes crap.
I'll say this, he better say that, because if he falls short of being that, all that publicity stunts and all their future commercials and hype video, all that shit's going down the drain. Yeah. That's out of here. Because like we said, and Foul, I think we were together that day, nobody was calling for Patrick Mahomes to be Patrick Mahomes. They didn't even think he should have been a first-round pick. Remember, they were saying how the Chiefs were stupid for trading up to get him, and they already had Alex Smith. Nobody thought C.J. Stroud was, except for us that watch Big Ten football, knew that he was cold. But these pundits did not think C.J. Stroud was going to be C.J. Stroud. They were still on the Bryce Young train. So let's bring it down a notch.
We're excited.
Okay, I'm just tempted. Like, I'm not gonna front. The kid excites me. He does. I'm tempted. I'm excited just to see what he's going to do.
You're going to go out again. Oh man, Foul's gonna go freaking throw a phone up against a brick wall in a second if those people keep calling. You're getting there.
You guys go ahead. I'll be right back.
Why don't you have a seat?
Yeah, I knew that was coming, man.
That was coming. Look,
you can tell by the last one where it happened. He was just like, "Mother, this is gonna fucking happen again." I swear to God.
Bobby, put him in the bedroom. Sonny, any mushes in there ain't gonna fit. I don't give a fuck. Put him in.
Put him in.
Put him in. Coffee cake is nice.
Crack, don't you?
But and I agree. Like, I mean, I'm excited. I think Caleb is gonna do. I hope Caleb comes out of the gate on fire versus Tennessee. I really hope that happens. But I mean, hey guys, just if it doesn't work out, let's not jump on him. Let's not go back to Justin. Let's not just relax.
Okay, now Jeremy, this is a new one. Hypothetically speaking, if the Bears start 2-4, 2-5, is Flus fired during the season, or does the rookie keep him here full year?
I guess it really depends on how good
question. I want to hear you guys answer.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that really comes down to what is Caleb doing during that time? Is he So what did he say? He said 2-5 pretty much. So
2-4 or 2-5.
We'll go to the 2-5. So that's 7 games right there. If he's got like double digits interceptions in 7 games, then yeah, Flus has got to be gone too. There's no question. But I mean, at the same time, but then what are you going to do with Waldron? I don't know. I honestly,
and that's what I was going to say. If Caleb is struggling,
if Caleb's struggling, I still think Flus is going to stay the whole year regardless. I don't think he's getting fired.
Here we go. If Caleb is struggling, there's no way they're going to fire Eberflus and then elevate Waldron to head coach.
When Caleb is struggling, yes. If they go 2-5, Caleb does well. Yeah, then
well, let's just say he play. Let's just say Caleb is playing like we expect a rookie to play. He's doing a little bit above average, right? But we're losing because a fumble here or there, a blown defense assignment. Javon Dexter drops into coverage on Brandon Ayuk or some dumb shit like that. Then yeah, Eberflus is gone, and they will probably bring up Waldron. Yeah. But uncharacteristically for the matter of fact, it's damn near, except for the Bulls, most of Chicago teams don't fire their coaches midseason. Like they just don't. And I think the Bulls did it once. Twice.
It's the Bulls too, but I think it's the Bulls just didn't do it one time. They did it. And that was due to like a conflict that happened.
I thought they did it with Bill Cartwright, and I thought they did it with Scott Skiles.
I knew they did it with Skiles. I didn't hear they did it with Cartwright.
Or was Cartwright like the interim or something? Like he didn't coach a lot. I know that. He coached like 20-some games, maybe.
I remember they did it with Skiles, but I heard there was issues in the locker room and everything too. Like he was like fighting with players and everything too.
He was a non-nice person. I was about to say something, but
very nice. That's a good way of saying it.
Okay. Oh, William Vanderswag. Okay, what's William got to say? Bro, I'm a Lions fan. You got to be realistic. C.J. Stroud didn't win his first game. Anthony Richardson didn't win his first game. Will Levis didn't win his first game. You guys got to be realistic. I get it. You want to do well.
I mean, if there's anything, William, just to give you a heads up, we are realistic on this show. We're not saying that the Bears are going to be going 14 wins this year. It's not, and Caleb's going to be putting up 5,000 yards. We're not saying that. But
yes,
you look at CJ. I mean, you look at most of those people that he named. I don't think they had as many weapons as we do. I mean, for starters, they didn't have as strong as a defense as we do for starters. And if I'm not mistaken, I would like to know who they played in their first game, because Tennessee Titans, you don't know what they're going to be. Titans.
Well, to me, Richardson may have had of those that were just named. I think he had the best overall weapons because he had 2 really good receivers and he had Jonathan Taylor. All Will Levis had at that time, if I'm not mistaken, was an aging D-Hop and Derrick Henry. But
let me hop in real quick. First of all, why are we talking about Anthony Richardson like this guy's really played? Anthony Richardson ain't he played like 7 games?
4 games, right?
Okay. Yeah, he was like 5 or 6
I wouldn't even count Anthony Richardson. We don't even know what Anthony Richardson can do in the NFL. To be perfectly honest with you, he hasn't even played.
This is rookie year.
Yeah, I don't even think he's played like 7 games in the NFL, so I wouldn't count Anthony Richardson up there for anything, about him winning his first game or he didn't win his first game. I don't care because Anthony Richardson hasn't showed us that he is a real NFL quarterback. He's shown us that he can get hurt. That's about it, but he hasn't shown us that he's a real NFL quarterback yet. So we'll have to. I'm pumping the brakes on Anthony Richardson.
Regardless, I'm going to give a shout out for a Lions fan coming in on the comments too. I appreciate it.
Shout out to the Lions fan.
We always enjoy having rival people come on, especially when we're playing those teams. So keep in touch with us. Yeah. But I mean, at the same time, and I understand where you're coming from, but let's also not forget there has not been a number 1 pick who has walked into a team like this ever.
Yeah, he's not coming.
And off the quarterback, we'll say.
Yeah, too. Like the Bears ain't go 2-15 last year.
This isn't the Carolina
14. Yeah, this is a team that was up until probably like week 14 or 15. They were very much in the playoff picture in the NFC. So, but it's going to be interesting to see.
Not trying to be funny because I just like to be accurate. But somebody fact check me.
It can be funny.
If it wasn't Andrew Luck if it wasn't Andrew Luck, the only other rookie day one starting quarterback that had close to a playoff ready caliber roster, wouldn't that have been Cam Newton with that Carolina Panthers team?
Yeah, Cam Newton probably. I'll give you that. At least as close
he had
to
offense
it.
and defense. Like Steve Smith, Greg Olsen. I forgot the big old running back they had. On the other side of the ball, they had like Luke Kuechly. They had some really good defenders on.
That was when they had. Didn't they have prime? Wasn't that prime Julius Peppers too?
Was that Pep or was Pep?
Yeah, I think that was prime Julius Peppers when Cam Newton got drafted, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that might be the only time in history, those two that I can think of, that a rookie walked into something similar, not an apples to apples comparison, but something. So, yeah, Stewart. That's Jonathan Stewart. I couldn't think of his name. Thanks,
Jonathan
Keith.
Stewart,
big running back, Jonathan Stewart. Big bruising type running back, right? Old school.
And he had a great rookie season, though. Let's not forget. Yeah, right.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, he threw for 4,000 yards his rookie season. He did. But, like, those are outliers, right? Because normally, if you get the number one pick, your team usually ain't that good.
Yeah, Steve Smith and DJ Moore he had too, didn't he?
This is the thing. I don't care if Caleb outduels or outdoes any of the quarterback's name. I just want to see the fucking Bears win. I don't care if they win in spite of him or they win because of him. I just want to see them win. I'm not expecting this kid to come in and to sit up here and save us this season.
You just want to limit the mistakes. Like that's
exactly. Just limit the mistakes that we know that you came into the NFL draft saying that you had. You know, you're fumbling. We all know that he had a problem with fumbling the ball, turnovers. We know turnovers was a problem with him. Long as he can limit that, you got a strong running game behind you, plenty of running backs. You got a strong defense behind you. You got a good special teams behind you. You know, people.
I don't think Burrow had a good team, Keith.
He only won like 4 games his rookie year.
Yeah,
right?
Burrow was bad.
Burrow got hurt.
He had a much more.
You got to remember now. I'll put it to you like this:
he tore his ACL,
right? Came in there. Joe Burrow
he did tear his.
He was lighting shit up, and he got hurt.
He tore his ACL, right?
He still didn't have a strong offense, so he was just playing out of his mind. I don't think he really had a but yes, he tore his ACL like 5 or 6 games into the season.
Like there was no Higgins. I don't think there definitely was no.
Well, what's the call had it? But you got to remember, like the Texans, like this is not uncommon for the Texans because Deshaun Watson had a very good rookie year until he got hurt.
Yeah, you're right.
I did forget about Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson had a very good rookie year with the Texans until he got hurt. So it's not uncommon for their quarterbacks to come in and do their thing their rookie year. Deshaun Watson, he was lighting the NFL up.
But a lot of those rookie quarterbacks were lighting shit up early in their rookie years.
RG3 was lighting the league.
They all did not have a good offensive line.
RG3 won offensive rookie.
A lot of those players that got hurt did not have a good offensive line.
Yeah. So I mean,
Bears, I don't think we're acting like it's the same old Bears. What we're doing is we're just not falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
Yeah,
because we've seen certain stories before, but we got to give them a chance. We have to give this team a chance. We can't say, "Oh, it's the John Shoot offense all over again." We can't say that because that's not what we're seeing.
In my opinion, and where I'm going with this, where we're all going with this, is we all felt the same way about this with Justin Fields too when he got drafted, guys. And if you're denying it, I know you're lying off of your ass. Everybody was beyond excited when Justin Fields was drafted, thinking he was going to be the next up-and-coming great quarterback. But the key situation here, other than Caleb Williams, other than all the weapons he has, he got an actual offensive coordinator with experience who has turned around quarterbacks, who have helped them from struggling to pretty much be runner-up in the freaking MVP race in Geno Smith. So we have a proven offensive coordinator to go along with all the weapons on a rookie quarterback. What Poles has done is it's fucking unrealistic what he has done to build all of these pieces and now to bring a quarterback in. It's just insane.
Yeah, I mean, and that's true too, Frank. People just gotta sometimes just temper the expectations down a little bit. Yeah, because I mean, it's getting a little ridiculous. And also, like you said, when it comes down to the offensive coordinator, Shane Waldron actually had experience calling offensive plays. I mean, he wasn't the donut boy, he wasn't the coffee boy. I mean, he didn't come in and was a quarterback.
He wasn't
coach.
the gopher.
They say, huh?
Yeah,
I mean, give you the keys to being an offensive coordinator.
He didn't braid Aaron Rodgers' mustache.
And motherfucker calling over 100 screenplays in the goddamn season. Come on now.
I want to bring this up too, and I mean I don't want to get too deep into this because I don't want to flip. What has anyone watched any of the Raiders preseason games? Their offense looks fucking awful.
I told you, Devontae Adams was like, I mean, what is this shit?
Devontae Adams looks like he's losing his shit already, and it's only preseason. Like he doesn't know what the hell is going. And Minshew also is just like, what the fuck are we doing?
Well, he told him no. Like,
yes,
no. Like this is and God forbid, fellas, feel me on this. I feel for Antonio Pierce because if this was his hire,
bad choice, man.
Oh,
I don't
lose their wide receivers or something like somebody got to come in and they don't have Aiden O'Connell. Man, come on, they.
Okay. Well, you know something. Let's flip the script. So let's move into game week. Our opponent, the Tennessee Titans. Okay, now what do we know? Tennessee Titans have a second-year quarterback in Will Levis.
Question mark. You don't really know anything, really.
Yeah, they got rid of their running back, who was one of the best running backs in the NFL, who probably still is one of the best running backs in the NFL, and Derrick Henry. And they now have Tony Pollard. What else they got? Did they make some improvements? They got some guys on defense, right? They got a few guys.
They got some secondary guys that really helps.
And they secondary.
Yeah, they got some secondary pieces.
Picking up Jarius Sneed. Oh.
Yeah, they got Sneed.
He couldn't stay healthy the last few years, though. So it really is going to come down to if he's going to be healthy.
Right. Oh, we forgot about Jeffrey Simmons. Like, no, he's a problem. And don't forget about Tavondre Sweat, the nose tackle, Tavondre Sweat. Like, he's a problem. He's a problem. And don't forget they picked up from Seattle, interception leader, Quandre Diggs. They picked up Quandre Diggs.
Remember? Oh, yeah, I did forget about Diggs, too, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I know, like, Sneed is gonna be baiting Caleb like crazy. Because that's what Sneed does. He's going to try to bait him into making some bad throw decisions. And
Sneed is a number one lockdown. Yeah. They just couldn't afford to keep him. Otherwise, he'd be on the Chiefs.
Oh, 100%.
Right.
100%. It was pretty much Sneed or I have a brain fart. What's the nose guys there? The beast defensive tackle.
Chris
Jones. It was either him or Sneed. Pretty much is all they can afford. So and they chose Jones. Yeah. So still think that was
they still got DeAndre Hopkins. I don't know how much he got left in the tank. Someone did say.
Yeah.
He said,
I don't know if he's playing now. I think he's still hurt. Huh?
He said he thinks he's out for week 1. I mean, we'll find that out Thursday for sure.
Yeah.
But I will say this: that's one thing. The Tennessee Titans have a solid offensive line. I'm going to give them that. It's a pretty good offensive line. But Tennessee Titans really do it struggling. I mean, this is just what I was just reading this from. I don't remember where I read it from, but they really do struggling at picking up outside blitzes. I could see Kyler Gordon really creating a big problem for Will Levis in week 1.
Well,
that's my. I really see him. He's going to have a couple sacks in this game.
So here's the thing.
Depends on what the defense.
I don't want him to have sacks this game. I want him to stick Tyler Boyd.
Well, I want that too. But you got to switch stuff up. You got to have a balanced defense too.
Yeah.
And I mean that offensive line is really good.
Well, here's the thing. That left side of their offensive line, remember, y'all, it was a guy that a lot of people that wanted the Bears to draft. Remember, we said his arms was too short, Peter Skoronski from Northwestern. Yeah. He's their left guard. And J.C. Latham from Alabama is their starting left tackle. Like, their left side is solid. Like, their left side is formidable. So I think, just looking at Levis's weapons too. No, Grizz, Dex would be on the other side. Dex would be what's dude Chris that took Nate Davis' spot? Damn.
Who?
He got like a weird, funky name, like Radical or something, Radit something. We was talking about him on the offensive line when we was breaking down offensive linemen that we wish the Bears could have had. Damn.
Oh, I know you.
Latham? JC Latham?
No, it's like Raditz or something. Radinsky, something. He's the dude that took over for Nate Davis.
Yeah, he took Nate Davis when Nate Davis left there.
And he's not bad. He's not bad.
Yeah. I mean, Tennessee is a team.
Practices.
You know, Tennessee is one of those teams that you wouldn't be surprised if they be a surprise team in the NFL. Like
the Titans could win their division or could
because nobody's really talking about them. They're one of those teams that you can look up, and if Will Levis can sit up there and play decent, limit his turnovers, you know what I'm saying?
Will Levis turns the ball over though, man.
Yeah, but if he can clean it up and do better, you know what I'm saying, be better on his completion percentage, you know, that can be a team, that can be a sleeper. Because remember, they still got a guy like a Tony Pollard. You know, Tony Pollard ain't no guy to just sit up there and sleep on. Tony Pollard is a very good running back in the NFL.
Well, that's where I was actually going to go too. Like, your key to winning this game is to stop the run and let the quarterback.
But here's the thing, like Kaitlin said, with our coaching, they've got a damn good head coach in Brian Callahan. He was the orchestrator. He come off that tree from what's the dude from the Bengals? They head coach. He come off that coaching tree. He was like the Bengals offensive coordinator. Taylor. He was the offensive coordinator, I want to say, when they went to the last AFC Championship or Super Bowl. Like, Brian Callahan is a hell of a coordinator to become their head coach. Like, this is not going to be like Marcus Mariota. It's not going to be that Titans that we facing. You know what I'm saying? They're going to throw the ball.
Yeah,
they're definitely going to.
Now, I do agree with John. Will Levis better be pinpoint, because if he don't, that secondary do like to take the ball away.
They do, and that's where I'm going. It's like you worry about stopping that run game, and then let Levis be Levis. Like, he's going to try to force balls in, and that secondary is going to eat you alive if he tries to force balls in.
Well, you know, Will Levis coming out of Kentucky always had and we call it the Favre problem. He felt that his arm strength could overcompensate for anything, which when you're baited, that arm strength actually goes against you because you think you see one thing and next thing you know, bam, now you just threw me the ball.
Yep.
I want total domination in this game. I do. But I'm looking at it realistically, like this Titans roster is not bad, fellas. It's not. It's not bad.
No, it's not a bad offense. It's not a bad offense at all. And one thing that you did hear when he came out, there was actually some chatter from some people that were saying that he could be the number one quarterback taken in that draft. You know, those predictions did start to temper down a little bit, but there was a lot of talk that because
his girlfriend wasn't happy.
Yeah, because of his arm strength and everything, that he could be like the first quarterback taken. But those expectations.
Like, he's no bum. Like, look, they drafted Malik Willis right before the year or two before him. Yeah. So they saw something that Willis wasn't doing. They came back and looked at Will Levis like, yeah, we need this kid.
I do remember that.
Well, you know, there was a lot of talk even this year. Would they take a quarterback?
I do remember hearing that. Yeah. I do remember talks around that.
Yeah, there was talks like, will they take a quarterback? I mean, they did have Will Levis, but shit, they wasn't like sold on him being possibly a franchise quarterback. If there was a quarterback that they thought that they can get that was better, there was a chance that they could possibly take him.
Okay, was that contingent on like who fell this year? Like if they was going to be able to get like a Michael Penix or somebody, or what's my man from not Ohio State? What's my man from Florida State that got hurt? From Florida State that got hurt. Everybody wanted. Jordan Travis, right?
Did Tennessee pick 6 this year?
Remember they took the lineman, J.C. Latham.
Yeah, the big boy. Yeah, the big boy.
Right, they took Latham. Well, here's the other part. Now that Will Levis actually has a pretty damn good line in front of him, like, who's to say we won't see that Kentucky 30-something touchdown Will Levis or whatever? And Will Levis, like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, like, he didn't throw the ball as much as we thought last year because they still were giving the ball to Derrick Henry.
Yeah, he took hard hits. That was his big thing. He took hard hits.
Well, he didn't have a good. He had like 2 linemen last year.
Yeah, but you got to learn how to not take those hits. You do got to learn how to not take those hits sometimes, because otherwise, in the words of Andrew Luck, your career is not going to last long.
We also have to be cognizant of what the weather will be this weekend. Will it be raining? Will it be cool? How will the weather be this weekend? If the weather's cool,
the game is here. Do we have a pregame forecast already?
I'm looking that up right now.
I don't know. I haven't looked at it. I don't know.
If it's in the low 70s and you know, no wind, that's gonna make for some good football.
Yeah. I mean, usually opening day in Soldier Field be pretty good. It'd be nice and sunny in the 70s. You know.
So Sydney said upper 60s and sunny. That's perfect. That's exactly what
I'm seeing upper 60s, low 70s for Sundays around noontime.
Yeah, so that's about right. Perfect. That's usually how it is for opening day. But
it's not too hot. It's not too cold.
Yeah.
Oh, hot and humid. Well, no, hot and humid that's coming. We ain't had Indian summer yet.
Yeah, we'll get that one of these days.
Yeah. So
can we put up the schedule one more time? Because there's one thing that I was thinking about that I wanted to bring to you guys' attention because So foul. Week 2 is a Sunday night game, right? A lot of hype behind that game. And I was talking about this with my boss actually today. Can the Colts game be a trap game only because it's on the road after a Sunday night primetime game? What do y'all think?
Nope.
I don't see that being a trap game.
Nope.
I see the Washington game being a trap game. I don't see the Colts game being a trap game because we always play like shit after a bye week.
But that's what I'm saying. To me, that's low-hanging fruit because it's after the bye week. And that's 3 straight road games. That's London, right? Then that's Washington. Then that's the 49ers. So that could easily be 0-3, 1-2 type little stretch right there, right? The only reason I had said that was because this game is going to be here, right? It's going to be high because it's the first game, Soldier Field, Caleb Williams' debut. To me, that next game, although it's not here, is going to be even higher. So then,
will it be higher though? Will it be higher if Caleb drops an egg though? Week 1,
I think it's going to be high no matter what.
I think it's still going to be high, but I think it's going to be. Everyone's going to be like, "Oh shit!"
I think. Wait, what did you say? That's crazy. You should be at your best after a bye. It's not about being.
The Bears are never their best after a bye week. It's just what the Bears do.
Well, I'm not even putting that logic into this algorithm. What I'm saying is, you're coming after a bye, and then you're playing that guy who arguably could have been the other number 1 pick. Like it's not like you coming out and you playing Gardner Minshew. No, you coming out and you playing a hell of a quarterback projectedly yourself. And Washington is not as bad as they seem to be on paper. They're not that bad. And Jaden was throwing dots. The kids like to play Madden. They say dots. He was throwing dots all season. I was just like, my God, this kid really does have it, right?
I mean, the same thing we were saying about Caleb, though. It's preseason. I don't care. I'll see those dots when you got a number 1 NFL ready roster coming in your face.
And I do look at that, but when I look at ball placement for a quarterback, whether you're playing against A competition or D competition, that ball need to be somewhere within their radius. And I think he got it, man. I think he really got it.
Game speed is different from preseason.
Who are you talking about?
Jaden Daniels.
The Jaden Daniels game, like I don't think that's a pushover game. I don't.
No, I mean if you listen to they
he's gonna have to play that game. Like Caleb gonna have to come to work.
Yeah, they did an interview with Sean King. Sean King has Jaden Daniels as
Sean King, the old quarterback for the Bucks.
Yeah, he had Jaden Daniels as his number one quarterback. He thinks that Jaden Daniels can do it all. He thinks that Jaden Daniels is better than Caleb Williams. He thinks that Jaden Daniels process, he thinks that Jaden Daniels process is elite. He thinks that his accuracy, he puts it out there. He's talking about how the kid played in the SEC, what he did. He talks about how he's able to sit in the pocket and read. He says, now that I believe too, he says that Caleb is still that guy that, he doesn't process well. He's not processing. He's not reading the defenses. Right? That's how he gets out. He likes to get out and make things happen. He said, you're seeing it in the preseason. He doesn't sit there and he doesn't deliver the ball in the pocket. He still likes to get outside the pocket.
Yeah, but the key thing with Daniels, and from what I saw with Daniels, is yes, I agree he sits in the pocket, but I think one of the bigger things that people talked about when going into the draft, they didn't feel his body was NFL ready. They were worried about him being injury prone throughout Aiden. And there's a lot of NFL quarterbacks who say that, so I can't diss NFL quarterbacks who say this stuff. But when you're taking, he took a lot of hits in the preseason. He took a lot of hits in the preseason. Like he really did because he was sitting in the pocket.
Who are you talking about, Jaden Daniels?
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, all right.
He took some pretty solid hits. Like that's the one thing. Are you going to be making an 18 game season? We'll see.
I'm gonna disagree with that, Frank, respectfully, because here's the other thing. Like, humor me. Jaden Daniels is 6'4", and I won't tell you his weight. Lamar Jackson is 6'2", 6'3", and what's his weight?
He's built differently, though. He is built way different.
He wasn't when he first came out.
No, and I agree with that. He wasn't when he first came out. I will agree with
Lamar Jackson is 205 pounds. Jaden Daniels is 210 pounds. So I don't want to hear about this. He built slight and he little shit because it's not true. That's just some stuff that
I don't believe that. One thing I don't believe that NFL weight is accurate right now. Lamar Jackson is way bigger than Jaden Daniels. Way bigger.
100%.
Now that may have been the Lamar Jackson.
You're just talking about weight. Okay, that's different. But Lamar Jackson is fucking solid muscle.
Yeah,
that dude is a
Lamar. Y'all got to remember, you got to watch the summer stuff. It'd be like this much football on the scroll on the bottom line of summer stuff. Lamar Jackson came out and told us how he was too heavy last year, which made him feel like he lost speed. So he did lose weight. So he's back down to his playing weight.
Nah, he lost weight by building a solid muscle. He ain't lose that much.
Jaden Daniels is nowhere near the body.
Yeah,
he wasn't never that big. But that's what I'm saying. He was never that's like saying. But that's like saying that
Jaden Daniels looks more like
pounds is little.
Daniels looks more like Glennon to me than he does fucking Lamar Jackson.
Jaden Daniels,
ostrich neck.
Jaden Daniels is wiry. He's not
wiry.
He's wiry. He's not solid.
He's wiry. But that's what I'm saying. Like 6'4", 210 for a quarterback is not small. It's really not. But if he was 6'4",
he's tall and lazy.
If he was 6'4", 250, he'd be Cam Newton. But he's not. Anthony Richardson is 6'4", 240. Like he don't have to be that big to be good. So that's what I'm saying. Like when people talk about how little he is, like, have you seen Bryce Young? Like,
yeah, I saw Bryce Young get his fucking ass whooped in his first year.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying.
But you also got to remember. But the reason why they saying that is because you got to also remember Bryce Young don't fucking run. He runs.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels runs.
True.
Yeah. So
Caleb Williams doesn't want to run.
I want to talk about. So let's get into some individual predictions. So DeAndre Swift, 1,000 yards, yes or no?
No. All purpose, yes, but no, not rushing.
So you don't think he'd get 1,000 yards?
I'm gonna give him 800. I'm gonna give him 800 because I still do think Herbert's gonna be seeing a decent amount in that backfield as well. It's gonna be split backs. Yeah, I'm gonna give him 800. Probably maybe like
too many running backs.
Yes,
it's too many running backs for him to have a straight 1,000, in my opinion.
Okay. DJ Moore, 1,000 yards receiving, yes or no?
Can I go first?
I am still giving him a yes. I mean, I know we have all these weapons and everything like that, but I still think he's going to come out to be the number one guy still. And it's going to be close, like 1,080, something like that, but I'm still giving him 1,000. I hope Rome gets it because I have him on my fantasy team.
I'm going to say not only does DJ get 1,000, not 12 or 13, maybe 11-ish, but I think Keenan Allen gets the other 1,000.
Well, then we better have 4,000. Fuck. You have two
retard.
So we got. So
you can't
that was
that because Alshon Jeffrey had 1,000, Brandon Marshall had 1,000, but Jay Cutler did not have 4,000.
Yeah, good point. And yet Martellus Bennett, who put up 800 too, and we still
that was the following year.
So that was my next question. Keenan Allen over 1,000.
I think
Keenan Allen is going to be his leading receiver.
Ooh,
because of the position he plays.
I'm giving a flirt. I'm giving him 900 though, upper 900s. He doesn't quite hit 1,000.
Said DJ Moore would get Caleb flustered because Allen is Caleb's choice. Shit, it wasn't in the damn preseason. I'll tell you that. It wasn't his choice in the preseason.
I think Caleb inherently is going to hunt for the big play because that's just who he is. But when Keenan Allen is routing people up for between 12 and 17 yards, that's pitch and catch, bro. You got to do that.
Yep.
And
then they'll eventually
slow,
open it up for a deep pass to DJ.
Well, look, he doesn't come off the field because if you run 3 wide receiver set, Keenan is your slot, Rome and DJ are outside. Mm-hmm. If you go double tight, Rome comes off the field, you still have DJ and Keenan on the field.
Yep.
Keenan really don't come off the field that much, in my opinion, in this offense. He's got the surest hands, 1. 2, he's definitely the best route runner. And I'm thinking DJ is a great route runner.
Yeah.
But Keenan is, you want to learn how to run routes? Like when they say you go see Elijah Wan for footwork, hey, you go see Keenan Allen. Because for that dude to be slow as he is always open.
Which is why I love the draft pick by Rome to bring in him to help to learn that route tree like Keenan Allen does.
Okay, so tell me this.
Great.
How many yards does Rome have this year?
800.
Ooh. I think more like 4 to 5.
Ouch, that's sad.
4 to 500.
Because I think he's still going to look for Everett and Kmet.
In the red zone, especially. I'm going to give him more touchdowns to maybe.
Well, no, just because not just the red zone, but I would want Rome on the field in the red zone. But I'm saying because Waldron runs a lot of 2 tight end sets, which takes Rome off the field.
I could honestly see, just to throw this out there, I could see 3 receivers, none of them getting 1,000 yards, and all of them getting 900. Because I think Waldron is just going to spread those play calls around to different receivers constantly to keep defenses off balance. Okay. That's what I see.
So if you got wrong with that, how many yards do you got Big Stiffy with?
I got 5.
Yeah, I give a 5. I give him more touchdowns. I'm giving him 9 touchdowns.
No, I think his targets. I think his actual targets go down.
They're going to have to with all the freaking weapons that you have right now. You're not going to be able to throw it, especially getting Everett as well now. Usually it was just Kmet and all your other tight ends were blockers.
And Everett stretches the field. Everett is different. That was a great.
Cole should be your troublesome type thing where you can throw it up to him and let him go get it. Should be.
Okay. Well,
can we say that?
Should be, yes. Because he's your big boy.
Do you think, okay, now let me pose a question. Do you think with Justin, Cole Kmet was almost hell, him and DJ are the only ones that's actually open. So that's who I can throw to. Whereas opposed to this one, since you've got more options, you won't be forced to look at Kmet because you'll be looking for other players.
I mean, I think those were the two guys that he trusted the most.
Yeah.
The guys that he probably played with the most. Because I mean, he liked Mooney, but Mooney.
He was only good with Mooney's first year when he got that 1,000, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean,
then like they kind of like.
I'm more at that point when we're flipping the script here over to that side now. I saw Justin Fields was never strong at seeing the middle of the field, and that's where Cole Kmet spent all of his time in the middle of the field. So that's why I didn't see a lot of targets.
Wait a minute, Cole Kmet had 700 yards and 9 touchdowns.
He did, but if you look at it, a lot of his big yardage type plays were on the outside. They weren't in the middle.
And you know what? That could actually be a Getsy design.
It could
one
be.
or two reads, sideline, throw it away.
But there were a lot of times where Cole was in the middle wide open that Justin did not see him. Like Justin was not strong at finding the middle of the field. He was better at finding the outsides and the deep balls.
Yeah.
While Caleb, he goes through his reads.
He does. But again, we're talking about a system. Think about it, y'all. Tyler Lockett, 1,000 yards. DK Metcalf, 1,000 yards. Kenneth Walker, 1,000-yard rushing. Like they're in a similar set of offense and players. So it
but
should
you know
not
who
look
didn't like it? Jackson Smith-Njigba.
Oh, well, because he was a rookie too.
Nah, he did not like the system. He told him, he said he didn't like he poo-pooed on Waldron. He thought Waldron was
he wanted to be featured. He wanted to be featured.
Yeah. But he wasn't used. He wasn't seen that much in that system. Which hopefully that doesn't happen to Rome.
Well, no, he wasn't on the field.
Yeah, that too.
A lot of times, think about it. A lot of times it was
they ran two tight end sets a lot. The two receivers.
No, then it was Noah Fant, Will Dissly, and then Tyler Lockett with Kenneth Walker single back field.
Yeah.
What's that? 12 personnel, right? Or is that 11 personnel? That's 11 personnel, right? No, that's 12 personnel. Two tight ends.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go ahead and pay one more bill, and then we'll be right back. Crooked.
Yo, what you trying to be? King. Yeah, I said it. I'm trying to be king. You crazy. I'm real. King of what?
Okay, bow down. Let the trumpet sound. Roll out the red carpet. 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 Roll out the red carpet.
Adios. Roll out that red carpet.
I'm about to say that was a new one. I don't remember
that shit. I just seen that the first time. Yeah, I don't know what was that all about.
Roll out the damn red carpet then.
Great tasting Moore's beer. Remember that. Great tasting Moore's beer. I don't know. They don't, like Frank said, they don't have it out in the suburbs, but they do have it here in the city.
They still don't got it here.
It's one of our sponsors.
They have it in the south suburbs.
Every time I go to the store, I look.
I know that he said he wanted to come on, so I know it's getting towards that 2-hour time limit. So we're gonna go on here to bring in a super producer, Crooked Commish.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
What's going on?
Not much. Thank you for letting me in the clubhouse. It's always fun to be in here when I can.
Well, you got a membership, so.
True that. I also want to thank one of our newer sponsors that we were able to get. So for the Fantasy Football League, we were able to get a fantasy football belt donated to us by our newest sponsor, Fantasy Jocks.
Fantasy Jocks.
Yes, so
sponsor Fantasy Jocks. Shout out to Fantasy Jocks.
I'm gonna wear that Jocks
Thank
strap.
you very much, Fantasy Jocks. We really do appreciate y'all. So whenever you guys need to get other commissioners out there, if you need to get your fantasy boards or trophies or rings or belts, you name it, they have different shirts and apparel for the losers and stuff like that for punishments and stuff. So check them out and let them know that we sent you and stuff. So we really do appreciate Fantasy Jocks for doing what they did for us. It means a lot.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, thank you, Fantasy Jocks. Remember,
that's what's up.
Go
Thank
check
you,
out
Fantasy
Fantasy Jocks for any of your fantasy trophies, whether it be a trophy, a belt, what else they got? Because I don't never win the fucking fantasy shit. I ain't won yet. Shit, a ring.
Yeah, them jewelries, rings, necklaces,
Right.
medallions.
You want to make them kiss the ring? Shit, go to Fantasy Jock, damn it.
Yeah, and some of these rings you can
Jock ring.
customize as well.
Right.
So you can put the middle finger on there and whatnot from what I saw on some of their designs and stuff. I also wanted to let you all know that we're going to be doing the pregame show for the Bears and stuff. Myself and Amp will be on there as well. So it's going to be from 10 to 11 Central Time. So if you guys want to check it out before the game and kind of give your thoughts, give us your score predictions if you haven't already done it on this show, please drop by.
We didn't do score yet, but we're about to before we close.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
That's our closing ones for sure.
I'm going to hold off on my prediction just to kind of
Yes.
give you guys some a reason to come back and check out the Sunday morning show. So
Speaking of the Sunday morning show, is it no Diaby?
I've been trying to ask
Yeah, I
him.
know he just moved, and I know he's crazy.
Isn't he out there by you?
Yeah, he's in Arizona.
Yeah, I've hooked up with him a few times already. We've hung out a few times, and I don't know if he's still trying to get his internet and trying to just get things set up. But I'm reaching out to him and trying to get that figured out with him as well. So, but anybody else in the clubhouse, if they want to join us, they're more than welcome to join us as well. So.
Well, shit, I got a baby shower that Sunday. So
and it doesn't have to be every Sunday, but if it's this Sunday. So I mean, if you don't have to be here every Sunday, but if there's a Sunday where you're free and you're able to, and you want to jump on the pregame show, by all means, come on in.
I definitely love the fact that you had it, and I couldn't do it. So full transparency, I was not able to. But I love the fact how you running that fantasy football league, man. Tip my hat to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep, I'm up against Kirby Commission, that fantasy football league. I'm going to wipe his ass week 1.
Hey now, no. You're getting a little too comfortable, Frank. I think.
Family show.
No.
I wish this was a family show.
I ain't liking that shit right now. So.
Bobby, put him in the bedroom. Sonny, Eddie Mushies in there. He ain't gonna fit. I don't give a fuck. Put him in.
Give a fuck. Put him in there.
See what happens to you, Frank? See what happens?
Well, the funniest thing is I could just put myself right back on. You do know that,
right? Yeah. my power only stretches so far. So.
You talk like that when I could easily just, I could do it right back to you as well. So
here y'all go to cutoff.
Yeah, anybody can get whacked, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, well, check this out. Let's go ahead, get into some score predictions from us three, because I know the Crooked Commish, he's gonna have his. You know what I'm saying? You can check him out this Sunday around 11 o'clock Central Time for the Chicago Clubhouse, Chicago Bears pregame show. So we're going to get into some Chicago Bears score predictions. Then we're going to get into some shout-outs. So which one of you guys want to go first on this prediction?
I'll hit it up for.
I'm sorry, 10 o'clock Central Time. Damn.
We'll do the shout-outs. Yeah, we'll do the shout-outs.
Remember, they're behind us.
Yeah.
They're behind us.
All right, so let's we'll talk about this. So my prediction on this one is going to be a Bears win, 31-13.
What?
Yeah, dude, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good that our defense is going to make Will Levis this bitch. Will Levis is going to be treated like a little bitch. Like, he is going to struggle. He's going to throw 3 picks. He's going to throw 100, or he'll probably hit 200 yards total, but still 3 picks, 1 touchdown. He's going to struggle. Our defense is going to put the hammer down.
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
If I had it right next to me right now, I'd do it, and I'd be very comfortable doing it. I wouldn't fucking care, because 31-13, Bears.
Ooh, that Bears.
Bears.
79
zip.
Nick.
Polish sausage.
What you got, JB?
I'm not as confident as Frankie is, but I still do have a Bears win.
He is
but I have a
shit.
I have a 21-17 Bears win.
Don't do drugs. If you're doing it, stop it. Get some help.
We're Bears fans.
I got the Bears winning 21-17. I got Caleb Williams throwing 2 touchdowns. I got DeAndre Swift running the other one in. I also have Caleb throwing his first interception of the year, his first fumble of the year, and I got him with 2 sacks. But I also have
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
I also got Sweat getting the Will Levis 2 times. Sweat.
I got Booker getting his first sack of the year of his career too.
Okay. Hey, Lorenzo said Frank passed me the blunt.
I was already passing it. Didn't you see me? Okay.
Tell him, Lorenzo. Tell him.
Podcast.
Don't be
drug
hating.
addicts.
Foul, what you got?
I got
15-13. Lorenzo, pass me that blunt, dude.
I got 24-13.
Bears.
24-13 Bears.
That's still reason. You know, we
24-13 Bears. I think we'll get in the end zone a couple times. I think they'll probably get in there maybe once. I think our defense will definitely show up and show out. And I think Caleb will throw either 1 or 2 touchdowns. I think Sweat or one of the running backs will get another touchdown. And the defense will hold it down. And the crowd, the crowd and the tramp stampers will go crazy and be ready to act like handsome and shit from what was that movie?
That was very
scary movie. Okay, my goodness.
Hey, we have gone.
I just thinking in the turkey.
We just
so.
Oh, Mom! Whoa!
Yeah.
Mom!
Yeah, the baby mom. She's closer to me.
Yeah.
She said 27-17.
Right. So everybody in the chat, put up your scores.
Damn,
your score predictions for the Chicago Bears game. Let us know what you think the score.
Can we go back to Lorenzo's score really quick? And he's talking about my blunt. Like, what the fuck is that? Do you have the Tennessee Titans having 5 fucking field goals?
That sounds about right.
That's 5 field goals, isn't it? Yeah. Like, what the fuck is that?
That sounds about right.
Set a field goal game.
Hey, Mom, no.
Scott Hopkins, 21-14 Bears.
Wow.
Mom's got it 27-17.
We're waiting for a reason, Ma. We're waiting for a reason here.
No, she said it. 27-17.
I know. Everybody's sitting here staring, and her thing is still up on the screen. Like Kirk is calling her out right now or something.
No, he's just bringing attention to the score. But you know what's crazy? If that score happens, I actually wouldn't be surprised. It's his first game.
Yeah,
wouldn't be.
Who knows?
First game won't be happy.
Anything is unpredictable.
Or the Caleb haters.
We can go ahead and get into some shout outs. Go ahead, Frank the Tank. We'll also, send shout out to scores too as we want to shout out.
All right, shout outs in here. Hey, man, the last week to go through until football season starts. So beyond excited to have that shout out right now. Go Bears on that front. I will give. It's more of a good luck shout out. My son has a jiu-jitsu tournament coming up this weekend on Saturday, so. See how he does his first ever jiu-jitsu tournament. He took second place in his first ever, so we'll see how he does this time because he's got a lot more people showing up this time. So,
okay, little tank, let's get it.
Yeah, he is a little tank for sure. But other than that, I don't got that much, man.
What?
Always love being on here on Tuesdays, man. It's always fun, even when T Nick doesn't show up. Caitlin, it was great having Caitlin on. I know she always Milo, fuck. It's always great having Caitlin on here as well. And I know she always enjoys coming on here. So wish we could have had her on longer. But yeah, she had another pretty much thing that she had to go to. So, but she did say she will come on whenever we want to have her on. That's what's great about our guests. Our guests always wind up coming back. So shout out to her. Shout out to everyone in the chat. But I'll let good old JB break that down with his 71-3 loss to the Bears. Caleb Williams, 97 picks. You know.
I had to say that. I actually got us winning, man. What are you talking about?
I'm just being a dipshit.
I'll piggyback off what you said with Kaitlin because look, like we said, she came in here, jazzed in class to place up a little bit. The fact that she literally was at work at WGN Studio, like, cool. Hey, I'm about to go to. Look, she did makeup, came out, looked flawless, talked to us, and was like, "Gotta go pay the bills." So shout out, forever grateful for Kailin Sharkey. Like when I tell you, like she's a great person to talk to. Like y'all tune in, and she's really knowledgeable too. Like can't wait to have her on again. Now we get into some shout outs. We were going in pretty steady, Frank. If you looked at what the chat was offering versus the numbers, we were pretty strong.
Absolutely, we did.
Thank you, Kaitlin, for that too. But Jay Grizz came in off the chain, early and often. JJ, thank you for checking in, Jeanette. Also, we had Sydney Brown, who I believe is a brand new person in the chat. Thank you, Sydney. Cricket Commish, of course, our producer with the most. Jeremy Ballman. Scott Hopkins is back. Good to see you, Jeremy and Scott. Ron Winarski, brand new. Ron said, I'm a new sub. Claws up, bear down. Absolutely.
Bear down,
Love
Ron.
it.
Bear down. Welcome.
And then, hold on. Love this one, of which I made sure we had to give a shout out. Mama Gordon.
Always.
Shout out
Thank
to
you.
Mama Gordon.
Thank you, Mama Gordon.
I'm
Mama
pretty
Gordon,
sure
when
we'll see
are
her
you
sometime
back in
this year.
town?
Yeah.
Yeah, when is Mama Gordon back in town? We do for a hangout. Like we gotta get.
No, she's
already
coming
know.
in soon for that whole We'll talk after show about it.
We'll talk after the show.
Yeah, because I know she is coming in.
Resident homie, New Orleans native, loved Lorenzo Clemens, our Big Ten rep. Thank you for chiming in. We also had Eric R. West. I think Eric was a brand new sub, but thank you, Eric, for chiming in.
Down, baby.
Now, John. I don't know who John is, but he did say Cuzzo. Is that a little fam of yours, Val?
Shit, it might be. I don't know.
He definitely said Cuzzo. I thought he was talking to you, but if not, hell, if it's one of mine, hey, how you doing? Welcome. Thank you. Shout out to
I'll have to look up mine too. Damn. I know a few Johns.
Well, wherever he is, he's family.
And John was on it too. I'm telling you. John. Oh, Lorenzo, you back. We got to get up, man. What's your schedule looking like? Lorenzo is back, y'all. We got to get up with Lorenzo.
Hey, yeah, we got to get up, Lorenzo.
Pass the blunt to Lorenzo.
No, ain't no passing the blunt when we get up, man.
I don't do that stuff anyway, so don't worry.
We're going to pass that.
You just got to understand this 15-13 score.
You silly. William Vanderswag. I think that was a new one, but thank you. And William is a Lions fan, but he is still chiming in on our NFC North groups. So thank you, William. Keep chiming in. Matter of fact, when we do fan appreciation, William, we would love to have you come on. Tell us about your Titans. I mean, about your Lions. I am one that is saying that I don't think the Bears are going to win the division because the Lions ain't got bad yet. So come on in and let us know what you got going on. Keith Sperry, man, my man Keith, always 100 million. Keith talk offline like dinner every day. That's my guy. And I think that is about it. Shout out to you two, my brothers. Obviously, Tuesdays is one of the days I look forward to the most during the week. It's therapeutic, it's refreshing. Talking football with my brothers, great guests that we have here on the pod. Shout out to T Nick wherever he is. You know, like I put out an APB. You know, I don't know if he disappeared to Munchkin Land or something, but hopefully he'll come back and talk to us. And I think that is about it. Oh, wait a minute. JJ says she's back. She was baking a pound cake. Someone get the clip notes. Damn, the clip notes. How can we get some pound cake, JJ? Shoot. We like pound cake.
Hell yeah. Hey,
look, I bet it's that pound cake. Hey, look, I bet it's that pound cake with that real butter, too.
Yep.
Eat that.
And none of that bullshit.
None of that Sarah Lee shit. Sorry, Mom. Scott Hopkins, we already talked about. Everybody is in. Yeah, we had a lot of bands. Oh, Logan. Hey, little Logan. Thank you for chiming in. And that is it. If we shout out to SB, shout out to any family that I have there or anybody that may be in the background. If you're not chiming in, you know what you are.
L for love. Good times.
You are a lurker, but we thank you for being a lurker.
We love you.
Because we love lurkers. You know what? Because that also gives us views. But you know what we need you to do? Don't be a lurker. Come on in the chat. Let me see that pretty face, that pretty smile, or that logo with your name on it. That letter. We take it all. Leah. Shout out. Hey, I see what you got going on. Shout out to Lil Leah too. And if we have one, and I do mean one person watching the pod, as always, it is the podcast mom, most affectionately known as Miss Sandra Monum. That's my mom, y'all.
Is it? I didn't know that.
Is she? Man. All right. First of all, I want to say the chat was lit tonight. Thank you very much. And thank you all for rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. Remember to like and subscribe to the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. You can catch the Chicago Clubhouse Networks on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. Yeah, probably every day of the goddamn week. You got Plunk, you got Bull Spit, you got the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast, which is us right here. You got the Fantasy Draft with the Crooked Commish. You got She Said What She Said, Damn It. You got Easy Does It. And I think that's it.
No, the Sunday show.
Oh, yeah. And for the football season, we got the pregame Sunday show. As I think the Crooked Commish says, it starts at 10 o'clock Central Time.
Yes, Central Time.
Central Time.
We on some Byron Allen type. We need.
Yeah, that sound like Eddie Murphy. Central Time.
Hercules.
Fabulous.
Sherman, fabulous. Yes, Sherman, fabulous. Hercules, look out, Sherman. Yes, he's fabulous. Anyway, want to give a shout out to our sponsors. Want to give a shout out to In the Zone, which Frank loves to rock all the time. In the Zone Apparel. Want to give a shout out to Hugh Nightclub, Signature. Want to give a shout out to our boys, Vision.
But you got to have vision.
Gotta have that vision, especially with that goddamn pimp ring on that mother. Gotta have that. Shout out to Moore's Beer, great tasting. I wouldn't know because I don't drink fucking beer. Never had a drink before a day in my life.
Soon.
Frank does
Hold
know.
on, soon.
Pete Nick does know.
Remember what you
and
told
plenty
me.
of other people around there know.
Remember what you told me. Soon, brother.
Yeah, soon I give me a little taste.
And I'm buying.
Yeah. Also want to give a shout out to our special guest, the very beautiful and knowledgeable Kailin Sharkey. Thank her for coming on. She's always welcome to come on. We love having her come on and talk stuff. And talk to us. Give us her bear knowledge, you know what I'm saying, her bear inside info that she gets that we have no fucking preview to, because guess what? We think we know everything, but we don't know shit. We don't fucking know shit. Shout out to the chat. Chat was fucking lit tonight.
Yes.
Shout out to my boy Grogu here. Yes. The green man, the green machine himself. Yes. The Grogu, the Groster. Shout out to you brothers. Frank the Tank, JB, Our boy T Nick, he ain't here. I don't know what the fuck T Nick doing. I think he shit on the island somewhere, sipping Mai Tais or something.
Getting that sand in the ass.
Feeling good, Billy Ray.
Right.
Feeling good, Lewis.
Shout out to our super producer in the back that came on for a little bit. The Crooked Commission. Oh, shout out to our new sponsors, the Fantasy Jocks. Yes, don't think I forgot about them. I didn't forget about you. Shout out to them. Who else I want to give a shout out to? Shout out to the kiddies, especially the one kitty who had a friend FaceTime and me and fucking up the podcast. You know what I'm saying? I was on here. Yeah, shout out to them too. They ass should be asleep. Because if their ass ain't, somebody's phone getting taken tonight.
Right. I'm surprised you haven't taken it away already with how many times you got cut off. Shit.
Nah, she got bedtime. Shit. Now they call right now, goddamn it, somebody's phone getting taken. Believe that. Believe that. I'm just waiting for this shit to pop up. Yeah.
Closing time.
Yeah. Whenever he said that on Django, he said, I don't give a good goddamn. Believe that. Shout out to my fiance. Shout out to my baby boy that she's carrying. And trying to think, is there anything else or anybody else I need to shout out to? Oh, shout out to the Chicago Bears.
Bear down.
Yeah. Bear down. It is game week. Finally, football has come back.
I don't think you gave your prediction. Did you give your prediction?
Yes, I did.
I was fucking, I don't know where the fuck I was.
You said 24-13.
I think you was.
Oh yeah, I do remember hearing you.
I think you was passing a blunt. Then.
You were just talking too damn much, man. You were tea-nicking us. I was about to play the violin.
Oh no.
You smoke, don't you?
No, yeah, he was smoking something.
Yes, Chris. Shout out to the Irish for beating on the SEC.
I expected them to win that game. That was a good game. Need their offense to figure that the hell out though, but defense.
So all I want to say at the end is bear down, go blue,
fuck blue,
and ASSHOLE
blue.
Yeah. And other than that, guess what, people?
What?
You got to decide whether you're a wolf or a sheep.
Bye.
This has been a Chicago Clubhouse Network production.
You're still here. It's over.